Hey y'all, welcome back to Homemade Simple. If we've not met before, I'm Lori. I'm really glad you're here today. This week I have put together 4 recipes that will feed your family for right around $5. I'm excited to share them with you. They are all summer friendly and will really help you use up anything that you might have in your garden and fresh produce that you can find in your community at the farmer's market or a roadside stand. I'm really excited to share these recipes with you, but I also would love to hear your favorite summertime recipes that will give all of us extra ideas to feed our family on a low budget. I also hope that you'll go and click the subscribe button. I've heard that there have not been notifications going out about my videos, so if you will be sure to click that bell icon beside the subscribe button, you will be notified every time a new video is added. Be sure to watch to the end. I have some exciting news to share with you, and I will leave that to the end of the video. Now let's get started making these delicious dinners. Budget-friendly summer meal this week, we're going to make some taco nachos, and I have browned about a pound of ground beef. I have added salt, cumin, chili powder, garlic powder. I'm going to drain this meat. I have some garden fresh tomatoes I'm going to chop up, and we're going to use them as our topping for our nachos. I also have some cilantro. I'm just going to chop the end off of this and then just coarsely chop this cilantro. There's just something about cilantro that is so fresh and yummy. It's one of my favorite herbs. It just seems to add a good flavor to whatever kind of dish you're making, but if you don't like the cilantro, it's just fine to leave it out. Okay, I'm going to set this to the side, and I'm going to shred a little bit of cheese. Alright, so we have our toppings. I also have some sour cream, but we will put that on after it is done cooking. So now I'm going to drain my ground beef and put everything in a baking dish. I'm going to use 1 bag of tortilla chips. Depending on how large your family is, you can adjust the chips that you put in. But there's the base. I'm going to sprinkle my seasoned ground beef on top. I've heated 1 bag of frozen corn. I'm going to sprinkle that on top of the ground beef. Then I'm going to add about a cup of cheese. Then I'm going to sprinkle the tomatoes. Okay, I'm going to bake this in 350-degree oven for about 15 minutes, just until it's heated through. Okay, I heated it through in the oven about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna dollop some sour cream, and then I'm gonna sprinkle our cilantro. A delicious nacho taco bake that is ready in less than 30 minutes and will feed our entire family for just around $5. Tonight I'm gonna make some chicken in the air fryer and put it on top of some greens. I have romaine lettuce and some spinach. I'm gonna chop up some other vegetables for our salad, and this is going to be a super simple, quick, and easy dinner that will be really beneficial for the summer evenings when we don't want to get the kitchen really super hot and heated up, but we're hungry and we need some protein in our dinner. A lot of times when we are trying to cut costs and we're buying the cheapest chicken that we can find, what you find is something like this that's really thick and huge, and we don't want to cook that in the air fryer just like that. It would do just fine, but it will take a little bit longer. And so what I'm going to do is to take 2 or 3 of these chicken breasts, and I'm going to cut them in half so that they are thinner, and then if you want to make it smaller, that's perfectly fine. I think I will make them smaller like that, so it'll be actually 8 pieces. I think that will work out better. for our dinner. Okay, I'm gonna take my oil spritzer. I'm just gonna spray the top of the chicken with a little bit of olive oil. Then I'm gonna sprinkle all of it with some salt, and I'm going to sprinkle some Italian seasoning. I'm making a mess on the counter. It's okay. And then I'm gonna place this in the air fryer basket. The air fryer that I have has this like removable basket. So I'm just gonna bring it over here and put all of the chicken in. I'm gonna put it upside down so I can do the same kind of seasoning to the other side. I know that not all of you have an air fryer, and no worries there. You can do this in a skillet, you can do this in the oven, and you can also do it on the grill. So this will work for any of those methods. Now I'm gonna spray this top part with a little bit of olive oil, sprinkle it with some salt and with some Italian seasoning. I'm gonna cook it at 370 for 8 minutes, and then I'm going to flip it. For our salad, I wanted to take y'all outside and get a few things out of our garden. This is our back porch garden, and I have had these pretty tomatoes staring at me this week, and we have these peppers. I'm going to grab a couple of them. These are really good peppers. They are called gypsy peppers, and they do not have any heat whatsoever, but they are really good. I can't remember what kind of pepper this is. Let's see. Lunchbox, and it's supposed to be orange, so it must not be ready to pick. We're gonna go with it anyway. You can see the kind of gardener I am. I don't have a lot to offer, but this is a start. I'm learning, and I'm pretty happy that I have a little bit to contribute. I'm gonna chop this up. In less than 25 minutes and right around $5, this delicious salad is ready to put on the table. It's full of summertime vegetables and packed with protein. Super easy and simple, but also very delicious. Next up is a super easy meal of stuffed bell peppers, and this is going to be cooked in the slow cooker, which is going to make it an even easier and simpler meal. But I'm going to start by cutting the tops off of 5 bell peppers and then removing all of the seeds and the membranes. While I'm preparing the bell peppers, I have 1 pound of ground beef cooking, and to the ground beef I'm going to add 2 cups of cooked rice. I'm going to add 1 large can of crushed tomatoes, but I'm going to reserve just a little, maybe a 1/4 cup or so, for putting in the bottom of the slow cooker. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of oregano, and 1 teaspoon of dried basil. I'm going to mix all of that together, and then I'm going to begin stuffing the peppers. This made a whole lot more than I needed, so I probably could have halved the amount that I made and it would have been just fine. But I'm going to take this mixture and I'm going to fill the bell peppers up completely with the ground beef and rice mixture, and then I'm going to place them in the slow cooker, trying to make sure that they will stay upright. Now that all of the bell peppers are stuffed, I'm going to top each bell pepper with maybe a 1/4 cup of cheese and set the slow cooker on low and cook it for about 4 hours. This is a simple and easy recipe that will get supper on the table right when you need it for less than $5, and you're going to be amazed at how delicious this is. Y'all know I love you when I let you see my hair like this. It's so hot today. I've already had several changes of clothes. I've already had a bath. I need another one, but this is how it's gonna be today. It's Wednesday night. We have church tonight, and so we're gonna have a quick and easy supper, but I don't know why I always choose Wednesday night for egg meals. It just happens that way. But tonight I'm going to make a frittata, which is really great for cleaning out any kind of vegetables or meat that might need to be used up before they go bad. So I'm going to saute a couple of vegetables. We have a ton of eggs, so I'm going to use a dozen eggs. This is going to be a super simple and easy recipe. It's really good for summertime because it uses any kind of vegetables that you might have been growing outside in your garden. This is a perfect way to use them up. If maybe you only have 1 or 2 zucchinis or a bell pepper, all of those will be perfect in this frittata. I have a skillet heating with some oil, some olive oil in it. I'm gonna chop up these vegetables. This is 3 zucchini. I'm gonna put them in this skillet. I'm gonna add 1 bell pepper, 1 onion. Let these cook for a while. Before I add my tomato, while the vegetables are cooking, I'm going to crack 12 eggs. I'm going to add 1 diced tomato. I think this is cooked down enough, so I have my scrambled eggs. I'm going to keep it cooking here on the stovetop, and in a minute or so I'm going to try to release some of the edges and allow the egg to sort of get, I'm sorry about the shadow, and allow the egg to sort of get down in the bottom, sort of like an omelet. I have my oven heating to 350 degrees, and so after this is going to semi-set, I'm going to move it to the oven and let it cook for another 10 minutes until it's all set all the way through. It is cooked partially through, and that's really what we're looking for. I think it will cook the rest of the way if we go ahead and move it to the oven. After it cooks for about 10 minutes, I'm gonna add about a 1/2 cup of cheese on the top and place it back under the broiler for about 5 minutes or so, just to allow it to brown. This meal was really good, and you really can taste how full and packed of nutrients and vitamins and minerals it is. It's a really good option for these busy summer evenings when we need something quick on the table, but we still want to give our family good, nourishing food. All of those recipes turned out to taste really good, and they all were really budget friendly. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope that I gave you a couple of ideas for the coming week to help you feed your family on a budget, and also be sure to tune in next Friday. I have an extreme grocery budget video coming just for you for the summer, and I'm going to show you how to feed your family 7 days worth of meals for $50. I hope you will come back then. Be sure to subscribe and to hit that bell icon so you will be notified when the video is live next week. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week. I love you, and I will see you again next time.